Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we continued to help the sylphs, then learned that their elder was missing, then needed to go and gather information, then had to do a lot of other stuff, but we now finally know where the elder is. He is in a dungeon. Yay. And not just any dungeon, everybody's favorite dungeon, the 1000 Maws of Toto-Rak. It's fine, but it's not amazing. By order of the Elder Seats here, the dungeon known as the 1000 Maws of Toto-Rak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? And you're sure of it? How in the Seven did he manage to sneak by? God struck me down for a pure blind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Toto-Rak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you're ready. New duty. 1000 Maws of Toto-Rak. And let's queue up and see how long it's gonna take me. I'll be RB. There we go. It has begun. Welcome to the Cave of Creepy Crawlies. The 1000 Maws of Toto-Rak. This place sucks. Kind of. This place is just a little bit of a pain in the ass to get through. It's just slow, really. Alright. Defiance. I will defy everything. I will defy death itself. If I am given the ability. Throw that tomahawk. Alright, let me just go and rampart it up. And then do AoEs. Aways. So, one of the things in this dungeon is, at certain places in this dungeon you have Magitech photo cells, which you need to collect. What? Hello? Where are you going? I guess you can go. Whatever, man. There's nothing... Okay, well, I guess there is a Magitech photo cell. Whatever the fuck. So, like I said, there's Magitech photo cells basically everywhere. So you can go all kinds of different ways. All you need to know is that at certain points you're gonna need to spend 4 of these. And there's different ways to get them, but the route that I was gonna take was guaranteed gonna get me a Magitech photo, like all the Magitech photo cells that I would need. So, whatever. I'm just not gonna leave my party in the dust, I would say. I'm really happy that I didn't call this character's list. I like Lynn a lot more. Alright. Let us venture forth. Alright. Oh yeah, fucking plants. We go this way for a moment. There we go. We're also going to use Surprisal to lower the damage. Get number 3. And there's number 4 over there, and then in the quote-unquote boss room, there's a number... Whoopsie. Son of a... I'm having a lot of difficulties targeting enemies, which is really, really bad. Did anyone get that Magitech photo cell over there? No, they did not. Are they gonna get it? Nope. I'll have to get it for them. Because we need 4 of these. Well, now we have 4, but the thing is I can, for instance, get the one in the next room. And then I won't have to go out of my way later on in the dungeon. So, yeah. Whatever. In general, whatever. The boss won't appear until you touch the thing in the middle of the room. With 4 photo cells in your possession. So no need to worry about pulling the enemies into this particular boss room. You go and get this one. Somebody else is going to touch the thing in the middle. And it's going to make the boss spawn. The first 2 bosses of this dungeon are identical to each other. It's literally this. The difference in between this one and the next one, however, is that during the next one, you'll also have to deal with some adds which inflict you with slow, which is a really annoying debuff. This one only inflicts you with poison. Somebody just wrote ASDF, and I have no idea why. Let's see. Monocle, I'll just clean him that. I suppose. So, from this point onward, when it comes to collecting photo cells, basically all of the enemies that you run into in the route that I'm taking currently, you will get 3 photo cells from these. And then normally you'd go a little bit farther later in the dungeon, and then you'd be able to get another one. But since we already have another one, we don't have to do that anymore. This is one of the more confusing dungeons. If you're just beginning with tanking or whatever, then it's kind of difficult knowing your way around here. That's one of the things that makes people scared of tanking, I've known. Since you're required to basically take the lead. Would be nice if this archer would use Peloton. Which would increase our movement speed. When we are not in combat, of course. Go and kill these guys. Or let us go and kill these guys, because we're technically in a group. Somehow I feel like Mr. Summoner guy over there is not very aware. Well, he just stops every now and then. He's probably talking to other people while also doing dungeons. Which is fine, I don't care. We're also doing really easy content anyway, so... Of course, if you play easy content good, or well, whoopsie, then you'll make them go even faster, so... I guess you can choose what the hell you want to do. I don't care. Yoink! And that opening in the web's gonna close, so they're gonna have to destroy that. The rest of the party. Hello, friends. Let's go surprisal. I've also just noticed something. I was wondering, like, why is everything taking so long to die? And then I was like, oh, wait. because one of our DPSs is half asleep. And no offense, by the way, to these people, but it's just what you do, really. One of the DPSs is just half asleep, and the other person, the healer, is spamming cure, which is fine. You're gonna have to learn it at some point. There we go. Not bad. Wow. That other dude is... The other dude isn't even in the boss room. Good lord. And look, I've been slowed. DC, I think? What? I'm so confused by this one individual. Jesus. Okay, from this point onward, you don't have to care about the... You do not have to care about the things anymore. About the magic photocells. It's only for the 2 parts. Let me go and wait. Yes? Ah, shit. Alright, let's go and do this. Attack this guy. Hope that the party is able to follow me. So going as Rampart. Turn around. And AoE spam. As I am wont to do. Let me go and destroy that one from away. Just use any range attack you have. An insta-cast range attack of any kind. I'll just activate these pods and make it so that they don't blow up when you walk past them. Which means no poison for you. There we go, I need you. Now we have a might trap. These things might be traps. Oh. What else am I really gonna talk about when I'm redoing dungeons, which I've done a million times before? I've done all of these dungeons way too much. Freaking relic weapon bullshit. Right, another fish pod. Destroy it. Another one. Another one. There's one over here, but it doesn't matter. You can just go this way. Somebody shot the pod and got poisoned. Another one over here. And then the debate one. There's one behind the corner over here. Which people tend to forget about. And then we have reached the final stretch. I also should have eaten some food, but I forgot. So... crap. Perfect. Thank you. Alright, let me go and get that one. Then this one. I'm also going to do that. Get this boy. Get this going. And round them up. And AoE spam. Nah. And there we go. I'm gonna annoy the living crap out of these people because this is a long cutscene.
Darkness.
Is this voice acted? That would be nice. It's voice acted, just in the wrong language. The mighty slayer of Ifrit comes now to me. With a countenance that bespeaks understanding. An intriguing power, the echo. I must needs choose my words with care.
Mayhap I might if I deign
Thank you.
speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
Evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Alright. Off we go. Fix the lag in these instances. I've not had anything lag, unless if I'm lagging. But I don't think so. Alright, there's another new enemy on the field. We go and grab that one. We go and grab this boy. Sticky web. My ultimate attack, yes. Right, the deadly thrust. Right, we go and just pull him out of that pool of poison. So, I don't know all of the mechanics of this boss because he usually just dies really quickly. But at this point, you can actually kill a Gravitas tail, which is going to stun him, or incapacitate him for a bit. But it usually isn't really that worth it, I'd say. Because as you can see, Gravitas himself, or Graphias, is a joke. I'm also going GG. I'm gonna give it to the healer. A book, I'm gonna pass on that. I don't need that bloody book. Finally, fresh air. Sniff, sniff. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, sinister one is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did the walking one vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to walking one. This one is called ffXIV, eldest of these little ones, of little solace. Running through my head, running. Ay, ay, ay. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Larkshall, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where's that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Remo will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of men seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion? Were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god. I suppose I should believe in if you believe in such things. That was an experience. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. You're so close to completion. I can fair taste it. But at this rate, no, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limit of possibility, if not we. In that alone you were right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright that Lord Van Belsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Ha 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 ha. Maniacal laughter. These walking ones did for Anoxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffer the same fate. This one is convinced. Walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Naraxia, do not pass judgments too easily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know. What bring walking one to this place? You come to this one's rescue at Noraxia's bidding. Then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has a question about Lord Robo. Then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come to see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Nod. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. I'm not having hiccups. You're having hiccups. Alright. Well, that was a weird experience. Ooh, let me go and remove the materia. Materia. I should also go and do my feisty little chocobo. Maybe I should do that now. It will become more useful at a later point. Yes. Right. Bascaron. Ah, you're back. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't really know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm still glad ffXIV didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the cells before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlian and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lass, and earned yourself a place of honor here at Druffers in so doing. Be sure and come by whenever you feel like a drop of Kikirian water fire. Or fire water. Water fire. Nice. I also got these new gauntlets. In that dungeon. I guess that's all that I got. Yes. There we go. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Sylphs of Little Solace. This Azema Rose Oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep this wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength for the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12s with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of hope, of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. Alright. I'm really wondering, like, I think that one dude was just the only one who had lag. Yeah. It's also quite interesting when you... Actually, no, wait, they did say hi, they just didn't say GG because I guess they didn't think it was a GG. What are you? Because you see, like, I don't remember seeing that before. Let's also go and try to watch out for some of these enemies, because they're all level 30. Which means that they would attack me. They probably wouldn't be able to kill me unless they gang up. If they ganged up. But I still don't really want to deal with them, if I can avoid it. Alright. Hot shooting! These stupid gloves. Alright. Hello. Sniff sniff. The unmistakable smell of chocobo clings to you. Adventure. Would it be correct? Are you male or female? I think you're a woman. Would it be correct in assuming that you have your very own trusty steed? Aye, I thought so. Now tell me, is your bird battle trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advice of Luquiot over at Bent Branch Meadows. The Ishgardian native is something of a prodigy in all matters concerning our fine feathered friends. You should be able to help you attain greater affinity with your bird. That's Bent Branch Meadows. I'm first going to go and do this because this is going to unlock the that Chocobo pack, which is another inventory where I can throw all of my materia in. Basically. Hello. Greetings, adventure. Is there something you need? You wish to have your Chocobo trained in combat. This is no small request you make. Running your bird is one thing, asking it to take hurts in your name is quite another. I will help train your Chocobo, but on the promise that you will never unduly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? Very well. To begin, we will need a bunch of Gazal greens. You have my leave to pick one from the fields yonder. Return here when you have it. The fields yonder. Gimme, gimme, gimme them freaking Gazal greens. Oh boy. Have you acquired the greens? I've got a lot of greens, buddy. Superb. Then we shall get straight to it. Doubtless you already know this, but chocobos are highly fond of Gazal greens. They love the leafy vegetable so much, in fact, that they will completely forget their fears in the face of danger. Thus, by feeding your bird to the greens, you can prevail upon it to fight beside you. And then, once called, it will be up to you to direct its actions as you see fit. You will find that your chocobo innately responds to a number of general commands. Give your bird an order and it will act accordingly, and to the best of its ability. This simple yet effective methodology was developed by the Four Toms family, one of the foremost houses in Ishgard. And that concludes your lesson. Of course, it is not enough to merely hear about a practice. One must venture forth and attempt it oneself. Summon your chocobo with a bunch of Giselle greens, and together make your way to Sorrel Haven. The brutes that prowl the area ought to be a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put down 3 of these and return here. And lastly, by way of advice, I would recommend you keep an ample supply of Giselle greens on your person at all times. Our resident vendor will be able to provide you with as much as you can carry. Right. Companion now available. Is it this vendor over here? No, that's a raised chocobo breeder. I've not even touched that, and I probably never will. Merchant and Mender. Purchase some Giselle greens. I think I'm only going to purchase 1 for the moment, because I don't have that much money. Oh, I already got another one. Well, whatever, now I have 2. There you go. So you can go over to orders and then tell your chocobo, like, you can just give your chocobo orders, but I usually don't care too much about that. I just start fighting with my chocobo around me and it should be good enough. I also trained my own chocobo with my personal character to be a tank, and that was the biggest mistake I've ever made. I would not recommend doing that. Unless if you're maybe a healer, but even still, you'll probably get more aggro healing than the bird will grab aggro doing the freaking tank things. Alright, dispatch these buggers with my chocobo at my side. Your chocobo gets XP and can level up, and then you can unlock skills. That way you can choose whether or not you want a healer one, a DPS one, or a tank one. There's also some items which allow you to level your chocobo beyond level 10, for instance. Because normally they can only go to level 10, but if you use a certain item you can make them go 1 level higher. So you'd need like 20 of those items, and they're kind of rare because you can only get them by... planting different items in your thing. No, in a garden, which you can only have when you have a house. Or an estate, which I don't. And it takes 10 days to grow one of those, so... It's not an easy item to acquire. You can get a couple of them from different quests, I seem to remember. But if you want to buy them on the marketplace, they go for like 200,000 gil, so... You really gotta wonder if it's worth it or not. So, you have successfully negotiated your first few battles with your chocobo. Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was it not surprisingly reassuring, fighting with your feathered companion? Your chocobo can make up for your shortcomings, or build upon your strengths. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of you might complement one another. Through some experimentation, you will come to find the approach that serves you best. Before I forget, I have one last parting gift, a saddlebag for your chocobo. Carrying Giselle greens about can be quite cumbersome after all, and there should be sufficient room for your personal belongings should the need arise. I pray it serves you well on your travels. There we go. Chocobo saddlebag! So, now I can go over to Companion over here. And we leveled up, so we got to rank 1, and now I can choose a different skill. Now let's see, what can I get again? Choco Regen. Then you get Choco Cure at some point. Choco Surge. And then at the end, Choco Medica. Medica seems like a useless thing to get for a Chocobo, I would say. I kind of want to turn him into a healer. Sure. There we go. Okay, and after all of that, let us go back over to the cells and finish this storyline. Spoilers! I don't think it's too big of a spoiler. I'm really happy with my new monitor there. I still feel sloppy when playing this game though, but whatever. I'll just have to get good. I also should change my gauntlets. A gift from Walking One Buskaroon. A gift for these ones? Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking one, busker one, and adventuring one are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many walking ones are scary. Many walking ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. Give me them boots. Give me them boots. Right. Let's go and place it in the armory chest. And equip it. So we now have some spiky freaking feet. Believe in yourself. This one has been expecting walking ones. This one fetches elder one. You know what I think is happening? It's the same as with the Nopon in Xenoblade Chronicles. When I'm reading Nopon language and then I have to return to normal language, it's an issue. This one is pleased to see walking one again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Lynn. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds. Deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the walking ones who aided Norexia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventures come about? This one does not mind. This one does not mind. The misadventures, as walking one calls them, of this one began when Imperial ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial ones closely. But these ones watched too closely and Imperial ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Toto-Rak. Would that this one had not. Would that this one had not. In Toto-Rak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black. Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder ffXIV, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seeds. This one sees. So walking ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Leven but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seeds here wrote to you. This one knows. This one well knows and respects Horned One Kane Sena. Be assured, like walking ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to Little Solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a change to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers, but what about the abductions? A fine question, Nira. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder ffXIV, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kane-Sena. My brains! And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. That Sylphelder's very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Hmm? Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize the reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going back to the Waking Sense and tell Menphili all about it. Fear not, you will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. And while we see to that, you should appreciate it if you would we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. At the Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, Walking One, then. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these one's trust.
Crystals, of course.
Actually, look like the crystals from Crash Bandicoot. That makes a 3. This one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to fate, to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. Pfft. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal. This one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnesses Touched Ones making trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. Jesus! These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. Okay. That was something. These two people clad in full armor. The ugliest armor. Right. Slash lookout. Really? Do I need to be like on the specific place? Yes. My god, this game. Ugh. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Alright, back to New Gridania. No Gerdators. Don't even ask me why I keep doing these stupid things and making these stupid jokes. Because I wouldn't be able to tell you why. Because I like him, probably. I'm ashamed to admit it. Right, let's go and get my glamour back. There we go. And let us go over to Versailles. Hello. Hi, if it isn't Lynn, how went the meeting with the Sylphs? Get a load of this. A missive from the Sylphelder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, or do they intend to summon the Ramu? The Ramu. And so long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The elder seats here will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. My friends, on behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Okay, we'll go and do that in a moment. I'm gonna get this quest, and then we're gonna go over to Limsa or over to Costa del Sol actually to get my next job quest. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them painted the elder seeds here to no end. But owing to your efforts, she'll be able to rest easy. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may have well led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Hello, Lynn. Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Ida and Papalimo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. So many difficult words. Alright, my friends, I do think that that's going to be it for this episode. And next episode, we're going to go and first do our job quest. And then we're going to go and continue with the story. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just Chat, where I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode, well, yeah, I just said what we're going to do. What the hell? Goodbye.